everyone, it's Izzy from Badger Forest School, and here we are on another Monday, and look, spring is definitely sprung. It's amazing in the last week or so how so many more leaves are out and it's so much greener, and I'm surrounded by, I don't know if you can see, some beautiful bluebells as well that have just all suddenly, it seems to have appeared, which is lovely. And although with everything going on, it can feel a bit strange that spring is kind of now doing its thing. It's reassuring as well that there's a little bit of normality from Mother Nature. So I hope you're doing all okay. It's a Monday, which must mean one thing. We are thinking about some more mindfulness and mindfulness activities. So I thought it would be a good time to talk about breathing. Breathing, something we do all the time, and we don't have to think about it. It's a necessity of life for most animals, living beings, living plants, living things. We breathe all the time. We don't have to worry about it. It's just something that happens and we kind of take for granted. Breathing is hugely important. Obviously it keeps us alive, but if you practice it and recognise your breath a little bit more, it can help you. You might have been in a situation, be it perhaps with a child when they've hurt themselves, or maybe if you've been in labour giving birth, or maybe if you have been carrying something or weightlifting or exercise training, you've been told to breathe. I know I've been in a Pilates class before and there's like, don't forget about your breathing, and you're there in a position going, yeah, I've forgotten about my breathing. And it has a huge impact when we concentrate on our breath to calm us down or to give us that energy and that motivation to get us through a situation. So breathing's really important. Around 60 to 70% of our efficiency of our lungs and our breath is used through normal passive breathing. But that means, unfortunately, that there's a percentage that's left over that's kind of sitting there. It's like stagnant air. So a few breaths that we're going to do now together, the aim of that is to get rid of that old air, especially in the mornings. This is really helpful if you've been lying down and sleeping most of the night. Let's get rid of all of this kind of stagnant air. So if you want your eyes closed or eyes open, we're going to breathe in, hold at the top, and breathe out with a kind of sound, and really breathe out till you think, I can't breathe out anymore. Okay, so we're going to do it twice. Ready? Okay, so breathing in, hold at the top, and breathe out. We'll do it again. Breathing in, and breathe in some more. Hold at the top, and breathe out. And breathe out some more. Just bring yourself back to some normal breathing. And maybe just take that moment, see if you feel any different. Sometimes you might feel a bit more of a spike in your energy. You might feel a bit of a release of tension. Just check in with yourself. Now there are loads of different breathing activities, and I've got a feeling this might go into another week where we might talk a bit more about some movements that go in with some breathing activities. There's lots of different types that you can do, so I'll just talk a few now and link it and associate it with some subjects that children can grasp too as well that can help. Now, when I do the breathing with you, as in other videos, I've said we breathe in, hold at the top, and breathe out. So that's 3. We call that a triangle. You might have heard that there's different shapes that are used in breathing. So you might have heard a square, so that's you breathe in, you hold, you breathe out, you hold. And that's a square, so it's 4. This can be extended. You can do a star shape, and you can even do a figure of 8. And you can do like a hexagon. You get the idea. So with children, when you're doing breathing, if you trace the shape whilst you're doing that breathing, or maybe you do the counting, so numbers and shapes, that's a really accessible way for helping them time and monitor and slow down their breath. Okay, so we're bringing our breathing slower, we're calming ourselves down out of any heightened situation we might be in, but also you might not realise how you're feeling, so it's good just to practice and bring yourself down into a centred place, practicing that mindfulness, completely non-judgmental, and bringing us back to the moment. So numbers and shapes is a really nice one to use. Animals are a really nice one, which I think I'll go into a little bit more next week, but one that you can do is called the Bumblebee breath, which is really lovely. So instead of making a buzz sound of a bumblebee, we're going to do a sound for the bumblebee. And the bumblebee, the reference comes from more of the vibrations and the reverberations that you can feel when you're breathing. So it might be for this that you want to put your hands on your chest, and an extension to the bumblebee breath is actually that you put your fingers in your ears. Okay, you'll get the idea in a minute when we do it. So we're going to breathe in as normal, and then as we breathe out, we make a sound. And breathe in through your nose, and then we make that sound. Okay, so maybe you want to try it and put your hand on your chest first of all, and just see if you can feel that kind of vibration within you. Okay, so are we ready? So we're going to breathe in. Okay, breathe in. I'm going to do mine with my ears this time. You can join me, and it might help you to focus. Close your eyes and see and hear and feel those vibrations, hopefully that sensation you are getting. So ready? Breathe it in through your nose. Okay, so that's the bumblebee breath. You might feel a little bit silly, but actually it really blocks out, I should say, your other senses and concentrates your mind just a little bit more. And you might notice as well, I'm sure you can see how posture changes. So you breathe in, breathing helps with your posture, and as you breathe out, okay, you're releasing those muscles. So you're breathing in, you're helping, you're opening up with your posture, and just let your body go with how it feels for you. So we've spoken about breathing with numbers and shapes and animals. So that was the bumblebee breath. Another really sweet one that you can do with children is called the dragon breath. So you can interlace your fingers or just put them on top of each other. Put them under your chin, and your elbows are going to be the wings. So as you breathe in, your dragon wings come up. And you might want to say that you're breathing out fire. So when you breathe out, really see if you can get your flame as big and as far as you can. And your wings come down. So ready? Dragon wings at the ready. Breathing in. So again, bringing in that little bit of movement with our breath. So there's a few ideas to get you going with some breathing that you might want to practice today. It doesn't have to be for very long. It's better if you start off quite small and then you can extend your breathing activities, and you can do it anywhere. Up to you if you want to do this in next time you're in the supermarket, or if you're in your daily walks, if you want to do your dragon wings. But there's a time and a place for lots of different types of breathing that will work for you. I think I will go on next week at another time, and we'll think about some other movements and maybe some props that will help you with your breathing as well. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I hope you can practice some mindfulness and some breathing exercises, and just have a little bit of a play of what works for you. Let's finish off with one breath and one exhale as deep as we can, just to energize us for the day. Okay, so breathing in. Bring our hands together. Namaste. See you soon.